Good morning. Welcome back to another episode of the Wiley Show. We was up today. We have woke up early. We have some breaking news here where we're gonna just talk about the DO Whisperer. As you do know, the DO Whisperer is still behind bars. His team. I did reach out to someone, and they said they will release a statement. And that statement was released on yesterday, and I'm gonna read it to you guys. Give me a bear minute for a second here while I bring that up. Make sure you all subscribe, share this particular live, share, because we are live, and also thumbs up on this live as well. It's help us in the algorithm. So, Dear Whisperer wrote, his staff wrote this statement. They said, "I need to speak up about something that's deeply unjust. My friend, the DO Whisperer, has been incarcerated since February the 21st. His rights are being violated. He was denied bond twice with zero proof. The information used against him was never verified. There's been false testimony in court, witness tampering, and evidence tampering. And now he's sitting in jail with no court date on the books and been placed in solitary confinement for 7 days. We are desperate to get him new legal representation. This is not justice. His human rights are being violated in multiple accounts. If you can help, please contact your state representative, contact the governor's office, reach out to any civil rights activists or organizations you know. He's being held. They did post the jail where he's being held at. And they said, please share this. We need eyes on this situation and real action. So, of course, me being messy, I went to the comments. And one comment said, anyway, Juneteenth this year is going to be lit. What y'all doing? Another person said, he's lying in the bed he made. Another viewer comment and said, keep that B word in jail and let him starve. F him. Another person said, I want no one to have to go through what he is going through. The jail system is meant for no human to have endure. We really need to find another way to reprimand individuals without treating them inhumane. With that being said, some criminals need to learn a harsh lesson about how to treat other humans. The way the DO Whisperer has acted and carried on threats towards other humans was insane. He was calling for the deletion of individuals. He doesn't even know all for clicks and likes in the name of helping women find out about DL men when women are a part of the over issue when it comes to the said topic. He picked a fight and lost because he was being a S-word person. Newsflash, bullies don't win in the end. So while y'all are on here coping for him, remember, he did this. You all encourage it. And that's even worse. You all are transphobic, homophobic, and also inhumane individuals. If you all think that it was okay for him to literally want people deleted for existing, especially when he is a black cure man who more than likely fell in love with a DL and was rejected and knows how it feels to be in the community. Prayers to that man. But also, F him. Anyone that believes he is innocent until he learns to leave people alone and be happy with self, he will always be miserable. So will his followers. Another viewer posted laughing emojis. One viewer posts zero proof. Was that him or not driving past the woman's house? A well-known public figure making threats. Or live said he wanted her deleted, constantly on live attacking her. Learn the law and tell him next time to save money. Now I was watching this and then I literally went to sleep. And if anybody want his jail information, I'm gonna get his birthday. I just need his birthday or whatever, so I can get the information. So if you want to write a letter, we will write a letter. Another viewer said they want to write a letter, and I want to encourage my brother. In the letter I'm going to write to him is that you made this decision, but you will get past this. And please don't talk about T.S. Madison. Please do not talk about Dominique. But with all this being said, is one person that is missing from this equation. Where is Tasha K? Tasha K is part of the problem of the DL Whisperer arrested and still in jail. Tasha K posted multiple videos with the DL Whisperer on her page and had him to share it on his page. That's what Tasha K did. To this day, Tasha K have not shared the update of the DL Whisperer, how to get in contact with him to put money on his books. Now, him being in solitary confinement is because, from my source, that he got into an altercation. It was a fighting altercation. And they put him in solitary confinement. I do feel bad for him. But he put himself in this predicament. T.S. Madison and Tasha K has been beefing for about a year, almost 2 years now. And so you was dogging T.S. Madison out and saying all this stuff about T.S. Madison, not knowing that she was going to use her power, the legal system, to come after him. And now he's in jail and he's asking for sympathy. He's asking for support. So I'm going to read a couple more of these comments, and I also will have the phone lines open up. If anybody want to call in, I will put the number on the screen as well. I do want to welcome y'all to the chat. Thank you so very much. And I also will type the number in the chat as well. Give me one quick second. I'm going to put the number. I got the number on the screen here. And I also will type the number if anybody want to call in. And if you feel like it was his fault or not his fault, I want to hear your thoughts. But we do want you to make sure that you do not use any profanity when you call in. If you do, we will have to end the call. And then you can call back in until you get some sense, because we don't allow no cussing on the line. But if you do want to call in, you're more than welcome to call in. So let me go back. Let me read some of these comments. So they said N-word should have never pulled up in that Honda. Another viewer said they do not place you in solitary confinement if you are complying with the rules and the regulations of the institution. As far as the injustice for not getting a bond, it's crazy. It's my prayer he finds some type of relief during this unfortunate situation. I hope that the lesson that is learned will guide him along the way in his career. Let me pause right there. Yes, the reason they're not going to put you in solitary just because you have to break a rule. I've been in jail almost three months in Las Vegas, and they never put me in solitary confinement. Why? Because I followed the rules. There was a gentleman that did get into a fight, and we was having we was having lunch, and when he was sitting at the table. His bunk was right across from my bunk. And we had to go to the table to the dining area in the unit and sit at the table. And he was like, he had got into altercation fight. They took his commissary and they put him in the hole. Now, this is what the DO Whisperer response to that comment was. He said, quote, he was placed in solitary confinement because he lost 12 pounds. They're monitoring his eating. Now, this person said they're monitoring his eating. He doesn't have access to accurate food or clean water. They said, "Oh my God, 12 pounds in 1 month." They're trying to see if he's trying to yeah, they said the food in jail is nothing like the food outside. It's bland, overprocessed, and honestly hard to stomach. Add that to the frustration, anxiety, and mental strain of being incarcerated, plus the pressure him and peers and staff is to surprise a person might lose their appetite altogether. And I thought, wow, you either give in and eat what's there or you go hungry. Some folks mentioned the S word watch in the comments. That's possible. But even then, they're still offer food. With today's camera digital monitoring and the fact that he's a high profile case, they're doing everything they can to keep him safe. At the end of the day, his mental health matters. His peace of mind matters. My hope that he finds enough calm, clarity, and humility to regain his appetite and take care of himself, even when the food is horrible. When I was in jail, I did lose weight. It's no shade. It wasn't that it was a mental drain on me because I was like, okay, I committed a crime. I gotta do the time. I gotta fight this case, whatever. But I did lose a lot of weight. You could see my neck. I had lost a lot of weight. And one of my YouTube colleagues, Katie Talk 101, she said in her video that yes, Wiley lost a lot of weight. I did. I lost literally a lot of weight when I was when I was behind bars, and the CEO said, you better not try to starve yourself. And I said to the CEO, I was like, hey, I'm not trying to starve myself. Just the food is just disgusting. It was unbearable to eat. So what I would do, I would eat like the peanut butter and jelly sandwich, or I would eat like the cereal they serve in the morning. And then lunch, if it's disgusting, I would just eat the dessert, which would be cookies. The same thing with dinner. I would just eat the cookies as well. So let's go back in there. And I also, if you want to call in, I want to hear y'all thoughts on this situation. It sure isn't the county I live in recently had an inmate to get deleted from this very same thing. There's nothing funny about it. Someone else said he has allergies. They're not accommodating. Therefore, he cannot eat. He's not being picky. He's allergic. It's very clear they're using their interrogation tactics on him to break him or even just torture him. For what, I don't know. But if he came out and admitted to something he previously denied, we know why it's sad. They say he can still order food off commissary. He don't have to eat the food. They say I lost 5 pounds in 4 days. Another viewer said he said on the phone interview that they're refusing to accommodate his dietary restrictions. He's vegan, which many people are vegan for religious reasons. There are also medical reasons. I don't know what his reasons are, but the jail refused to accommodate is slippery slope for a lawsuit. It's so many comments here. So I'm just reading. They said because he's vegan, they won't give him access to commissary. But if you are allergic to certain food, don't have the other food for you in jail. I don't know. They're just asking. Someone else said it's jail. What else do you expect? When I was locked up, they didn't provide toothbrush. You expect top tier treatment? No, you're not going to have top tier treatment. It's just not going to happen. But they did offer, I think, commissary in the jail I was in. But according to this thing, he said he don't have commissary. They're not offering commissary. Now, this is a comment that someone said. They said, I feel like T.S. Madison, his attorneys know someone under the table. That's why it's going on the way it is to shut him up. I mean, think about it. T.S. Madison and the one with all the tattoos in his face were making some serious threats, throwing pow pow and passing by the DO house, but no one did S word. Let's be real. They don't keep people committing domestic violence. I mean, actually beating someone in jail this long. Like Tia said herself, they didn't say herself. They misgender, but for this show, we will make sure that we give T.S. Madison the right gender pronoun. To pull a rich old white lady move to get him put in jail, because they should have also been arrested for personal information at Social Security numbers, which is a federal crime, not to mention posting pow pow and making threats and passing by DL family home, and that one with the white man dang on sure passed by DL home and was telling him to come outside and was saying he was going to harm DL a word, but no one helped him. And T.S. Madison posted, "Don't crazy S word too." They're holding him because they know when he gets out and prove that S word, they going to be going to jail next. And everyone focused on DL and not focus on the real S word going on T.S. Madison. His friends stealing from charities. That's supposed to help trans people. And before you say it, but it wasn't T.S. stealing, think about why isn't he mad at his boy for stealing from something that he got his name attached to it? Who's going to be still friends and someone stealing from something they created? Just saying, stay blessed, boo. Okay. Then they responded, we got so many comments here. Again, T.S. Madison did a video. She said she's going to file four charges, and this is going on. But again, we can't blame T.S. Madison. Let me tell you why we can't blame T.S. Madison, because people were just I had a phone call before this broadcast. They went in on T.S. Madison, and I got on the phone with them, and I said, listen, we can't blame T.S. Madison, because I said, listen, you put yourself in T.S. Madison's shoes. What if somebody would have came to your house threatening your family, roll around your home, posted it on the internet, said it was going to do this thing to you, and also make multiple videos that they're going to show up to your home, your Halloween party, and pow pow and delete you? You would be doing the same darn thing that T.S. Madison did and filed charges. So it's easy to say from the outside, not experiencing that, you will be feeling the same way. Okay, we have somebody in here. Queen B. Moore, good
Yes,
morning.
sir. Good morning. How are you? How are you
I'm doing
today?
well. I do see that I'm kind of sad, and let me tell you why. Because it's a black man, young black man in jail. My heart is just like, because I know from experience how it is being in jail and eating that disgusting food. Like it's disgusting. But what's your thoughts on all of this?
I understand where you're coming from. And of course, I don't want to see any black man locked up. That's for certain. But there has to be some type of accountability. You can't go out there threatening people, asking for their deletion. And then when you get to court, you decide you're going to pop off to the judge and tell him, can nothing but God keep you from it, from being on Maddie's behind. You know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't smart. So I can't help but feel like, he did some of this to himself. And then well, at first I thought you were saying that he was in solitary confinement because he got into an altercation with
That's what a
somebody.
rumor. But this person on
Mm-hmm.
his page saying he's in solitary confinement for not eating because he lost weight. So I'm assuming, so what that is, if that's the case, they may think he's trying to not eat and delete, commit, the S word and all that, and they trying to make
Mm-hmm.
sure they watch him and stuff like that. I do remember when I was in jail, it was a guy that wasn't eating, he was throwing up, he just did not eat. They removed him, so they removed him to another unit to keep an eye on him. But it's quite sad. But do you think that he should be there? Let's just be real. Do you think he should be there for a year, 2 years? When do you think he should get out?
No, I think that's a bit excessive, for to be there for a year or more. Definitely over a year is a bit much. And I'm thinking he'll probably get some time served,
Okay.
next time he goes to court, but he gotta go to court and act like he got some sense. But let's talk about where is his good buddy, his good Judy, Tasha K. I don't
Tasha K is
understand.
silent. And while you talking, I'm gonna just make sure that I'm gonna go check her app, and let me check her page first and see that she posts, because he posted where he was at, and I'm gonna see that Tasha K puts on there and do a call to action so people can donate to his books, send him, letters, prayer. People can send like prayer letters, Bible scriptures, to
Mm-hmm.
uplift his
Right,
mind, get his mind
right.
off there. And I'm let me just check and see if she posted something. Go ahead, sis.
Child, it seemed like Tasha is like, I don't know nothing. I ain't seen nothing. I ain't heard nothing because where is her real support? She can have a lot of rhetoric about the situation, but she really, bumped him up and got him all excited um and goaded him into basically attacking, not physically attacking, but the verbal attacks, the emotional attacks on Maddie, because of Tasha's own beef with Maddie, and he can't see that he's a pawn in this whole situation, which is even more sad, you know. And Tasha got this whole GoFundMe going, but yet I don't even hear her promoting his little GoFundMe. And then you say he raised more money than she did?
Well, on his GoFundMe, he raised, I believe, a little over 13,000. I did check that out earlier today.
Okay.
And also to give y'all an update, I did check Tasha K app. No update on the DL Whisperer, how to get in contact with him to send money on his book legal defense fund. No update on her YouTube page. I'm still waiting on a response from from Tasha K staff to see is they even going to get a lawyer for the DL Whisperer, because to see if they're going to pay for his legal representation. As of right now, with this live, no response.
Yeah, come on now. Clearly, she is backing off of the situation, in my opinion. Clearly she's not getting him a lawyer, or she would have. And how you gonna sit there and brag about how many lawyers you have? Get this boy in this situation, and then you can't even give him Olga. At
Yeah,
least
because
some
Olga's in
Olga.
Georgia. You can't even give him Olga. And Olga is a criminal defense attorney.
you know, go pay Olga a couple dollars. Don't you say, oh, Olga owes her. I would say,
It, it,
owes her a
it's
favor.
it's quite interesting. I see people in the chat saying he got himself in a situation. He's doing too much for not a cause. He should let it go. Honestly, I really think like for him not to, for me, I think it's an injustice. Let's be clear. No bond.
Yeah,
T.S. Madison was not hurt. Miss Mary, her mother, was not physically hurt. I can understand if she was hurt and injured. Okay, no bond. But nobody was hurt. T.S. Madison done videos saying that, and it looked like she had, was celebrating on the situation. So why they not giving him at least a 5,000 bond, and then to say, hey, you could be on house arrest and you can only leave a certain amount of time to go grocery shop and stay away from T.S. Madison and Dominique. I think that would be a good deal. So I'm not
yeah,
understanding why they're not giving him bail. Just that's to me that sounds weird. Even with my case, I had bail and I did something way more serious than the DL Whisperer.
yeah, yeah. I think the only reason I think he would have got bail if he didn't go to court talking crap to the judge. That
Yeah,
was
that's
just
true.
not smart. I really believe that day he would have gotten bail, but
Because he was in there, he was in the court, you guys, so people that's listening, misgendering T.S. Madison. Now, this is in the courtroom. And then also was not making it better either. He was also saying, I got a lawyer, but they said get a lawyer with the judge because the judge grandson. I said, you can't even be mentioning that because, again, they're listening. You have somebody that is subpoenaing them jail calls. And Tasha, I don't think Tasha K should have been the spokesperson and been the one that delivering the news because she don't like T.S. Madison and she say the most derogatory things about T.S. Madison. So
and had
it's
he never posted what she was saying, he wouldn't be there.
right. Yeah,
He,
he won't be
you
there.
know,
Like all he had to do was not share that live. He did break the law, but I do feel like he should at least have because he could go to trial probably what October, November, the months he would have to
yeah,
sit
that's
because
months.
it's dependent upon the county. So if it's not a county that have a lot of judges and lawyers that handle a lot of cases, he probably could be there towards the fall.
Yeah, he could be. Yeah, but I, I, I can't see. I mean, it kind of is a case with a lot of. I ain't gonna say a lot of attention, but with some attention on it. So, I don't see him sitting that long.
I hope
I
not,
mean,
but
and
we
because
shall
he
see
is, does
because.
have a right to a speedy trial, right?
And do you think he need? I think he need better representation because whatever lawyer he got, I don't think they're doing enough.
So so he does have a lawyer now?
He did say in the recording with Tasha K, when I listened to the recording, he said he does have a lawyer. He said he hired the lawyer, the grandson of the judge. Now, how is it possible of you hiring the grandson of the judge?
That's
Because
impossible.
ain't that's like a
That's a
conflict of interest?
yes, conflict of interest. Yes, exactly. I can't see that. The judge, unless you're trying to get the judge to have to recuse himself.
Yeah, because how would the judge be able to stay on the case and your grandson is the defense attorney? So I just don't understand that piece. But as of right
I
now,
don't
Tasha
either.
K haven't said anything of how to help him get out, to donate, anything like she. Even her broadcast last night, I watched it, and of course, we will do a review on that in our second broadcast that we have scheduled later on today, and we will be going live before the versus battle. Then during the versus battle, we'll be live and stuff like that. But when it comes to the deal whisperer, this is the thing, people that listen to this. Your fans will put a battery in your back. But when
Yeah.
they see you go to jail, they'll flip. Oh, yeah, it's his fault. He did that. It's whatever. Nah, 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 nah. But they weren't singing that tune when he was out there riding behind her house and saying
Nope.
all that stuff. They were celebrating. But now that he's in jail, those same people that was applauding him is now laughing at him.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. That I don't know what else to say. That they're literally leaving him in the dust. And he, like they said, nobody was at his court case. No one showed up for him at court. None of his family members, none of his fans, nobody.
Because I don't even
Nobody
think
showed up.
that honestly that he's even, and which is sad too, that he's even close with his family. He don't even have, in my situation, I at least have one YouTuber. Shout out
Yeah.
to Katie Talk 101 that was in court and updating the public. He don't even have that.
Yeah. And
Like,
and you were like far away in
and I
Vegas
was
with
in
your
Vegas.
family. Yeah. So that's
So, and
why
I
you
was
couldn't
far away
do
from
it.
family. But in his case, Tasha do have subscribers that do live in Georgia. You mean to tell me nobody could have went in the courthouse and then do an update and be like, "This is how you donate" and all of that type of stuff. He doesn't even
Right.
have like allies like of other YouTube channels to say what's going on. Even Milagro had an ally of the Armand Wiggins show when she was having a case with Megan Thee Stallion. Armand
Right.
Wiggins showed up and reported on the case and actually interviewed her, but he doesn't have that. He just don't have it. And I think a lot. Do you think the DL man in this country is celebrating that the DL whisperer is locked up?
Come on now. Vince somewhere kicking right now. Vince is like, that's what you get. You know what I mean? And look, before he started, really taking it too far with, how he was just relentless on Madison. Um, I didn't have a problem with him. I'm not saying I was a fan of his, but I didn't have a problem with him. I watched this little interview, of course, how Tasha had advertised, like, oh, he was telling about Vince, but which he really didn't say anything about Vince. But come on now. You already know. Folks are somewhere like, oh, you thought you protecting black women. Right. You protected yourself right to jail.
Yes, and my thing, it's very disturbing. I understand what people are saying. Oh, this is not serious, but it is serious. I mean, aggravated stalking is a serious charge, and it all depends upon what county that you go to, and what situation. In this particular county, the judge is not playing.
And in this federal, didn't he get like a federal
I believe this is a
assault?
federal stalker. I
Yeah,
do
a
believe it's like a
felony.
federal charge. But in this county, they're not letting him go. They said no, no bond, and we
Well,
still don't know when he's gonna go because he says on the calendars he's not on the calendar yet of a trial day, and I do think it's a disservice. I do think it's a disservice. Hopefully they give him the proper food, but we're talking about jail. This is not the Hyatt Hotel. This is
right,
jail.
like this, they have no chefs. They have no private chefs in jail.
So
Not that I have ever heard.
if you want that type of quality, don't go to jail because jail food is quite disgusting. Some jails are better than others, but again, in the jail he's at, the food is just not good. And then he said and then if you're a vegan, you ain't gonna survive because they don't have vegan options.
No. And what about, wait a minute, what if he's just trying to keep his girlish figure? Because you know how they say jail food blows you up.
It does. Like for me, I lost. Like when I tell you, I was so skinny. I started looking at my stomach. My stomach went completely down. I was able to see by day. I was tall and skinny because the food was disgusting. It was nasty, but it was some people eating that food and like it was like a gourmet meal because they were you. Because when I was talking to them, they were like used to going to jail. They've been to jail 4 or 5 times. Been to prison. Been to federal prison. It's like they've been in and out of the system. So this is all new to me. So I just didn't eat this nasty food. So he probably just can't eat it because it's the food is just so disgusting. And then another thing he posted in that recording, he said that this is like a racist town, and he's only like one or two, a couple of black folks in a jail. So it's like it's a terrible. But I
Hmm.
want to dive into his statement. He said, "Call your state representative." That's not going to work unless you call Georgia. You could do that, but the deal whisperer is not a political prisoner.
Right. I don't mean to laugh.
He's
Right.
not a
He's not a
political
political
prisoner.
prisoner.
He's in jail because he was threatening T.S. Madison. Now, if this was a case where he was an activist helping a family, they arrested him because he was like exposing what was going on with the sheriff department. I did not understand like we all need to call to get him out of there, get Reverend Al Sharpton. But he's in jail because he was threatening T.S. Madison. And if you all have not heard what he said, go watch that T.S. Madison video. She did a video earlier this month and she was sitting in her home and she did a full breakdown and I was able to hear what the DO whisperer said and I was like, I understand why he's locked up. He was really saying he wanted to see her deleted. He wanted to see Dominique deleted. He was saying this stuff with his chest out. So it's like he did commit a crime. Now I do feel bad that he's still behind bars, but he did commit a crime. Now I do believe they need to give him some house arrest because I'm like, come on now. But will he?
Fair.
But this is the kicker though, as long as he around Tasha K, I believe he gonna probably violate that order again.
I, come on now. She can't control herself, and the people around her can't control themselves. And when you let Tasha gives bad advice, clearly. She told herself to wipe her behind with that cease and desist. She told herself not to take that video down, even when everybody around her told her to take it down. So,
If someone said it here, they said Google said his grandson can be the attorney. Just put his children, siblings, nieces, and nephews. He just have to let all parties know. He says he could have to recuse himself, so it'd be up to the judge. But I wouldn't want a grandson of the judge. Me personally, I wouldn't want to do that unless obviously it didn't work because he still don't have no bond. They said if he was straight, he would be political since TS is trans. That could be, but he's not straight. He's a gay man,
who
and he's
committed a hate crime? He basically committed a hate crime. You can't
he did.
anytime, yeah, like anytime you try to threaten or assault another gay or a gay person, period, that they call that a hate crime.
Absolutely. And now, T.S. Madison is quiet now, but she is watching everything. She's probably watching this broadcast because she did see when Storm went live. She text Storm saying, you need to say this, and that the people in your
Oh,
chat, they're
right.
transphobic, and was really trying to tell Storm like what to do and how to deliver the content. And Storm was like, oh no, you ain't gonna tell me how to run my show. But now, when I went to the DL Whisperer, when I went to his page, you guys, and I saw that post, my heart just like, oh, you guys, I'm still gagging that the man is still locked up, all because he couldn't keep his mouth off of T.S. Madison. And T.S. Madison is got a lawyer. T.S. Madison went through the proper channels, and she's doing it the legal way. And I think that's the best way to do it because you understand. T.S. Madison on Tyler Perry movies. She's over there with
Beyonce,
yes, Beyonce, and then she was the drag queen,
RuPaul.
RuPaul drag queen. So she doing all this type of stuff for her career. Why would she try to go out there and try to fight him? Because people say she should have just went and fight him and just be over with. No, because if she would have injured the DO Whisperer, then he could file a civil lawsuit and say, he personal injury case of sorts. But you guys, for the just joining in, the DL Whisperer is still locked up. Do y'all feel like the DL Whisperer should be still locked up? Do y'all feel like the DL Whisperer should be free? And I'm gonna do a poll. Let me just do a poll real quick. I'm gonna do a poll real quick. And shout out to Queen B Boy. Look at her. She up. Earl. I'm glad. I guess you making up when you was out grocery shopping.
Right. Stop calling me out, Wiley. I'm sorry. You
Let me
know
do
I
the poll.
love you.
Let me do the poll real quick. So, is you gonna go to court to support the DL Whisper, or or let me ask you the general question: do you think the women that supported the DL Whisper, telling him to say this about DL man, do you think they should be in the court supporting him?
I think they should be in the court with him, but I don't think they are. It doesn't look like, I mean, it looks like people want to support him somewhat, but from afar. They don't necessarily want to be attached and show their faces. They want to do it anonymously
Mm-hmm.
on the DL, ironically.
Mm-hmm.
You
Absolutely.
know, I think
Because the DL.
that's what Tasha's doing.
Let me go back to the page and see what other comments in here. Let me go back to his
And did
page.
Tasha donate? Can anybody tell us that?
No, Tasha didn't. The last time I checked his GoFundMe, I didn't see a donation from like Tasha K. Okay, now they did release the information. We do have his information of how to reach out to the DL Whisperer. I will put the information on my community wall. They did put his inmate number, and they did have. Let me just do this on my community wall real quickly. If y'all want to put money, at least put money on his books to help him out, and then of course I'm gonna write him a letter too. So do that as well. But I did post it on my community wall. It's up there right now. Anybody want to help him put money in his book? Because put money in his book that will help him to eat something because even like a honey bun or a peanut butter cracker to get some type of protein.
Well, okay. Because I'm like, are there vegan products in commissary
I
there?
don't know if it's any vegan product. But he probably would just have to eat a couple of snacks and just what I'm saying, something sweet. Like juice. So I think it all depends because some commissary it depends. They did have like sodas, juice, all type of stuff on the commissary. Let me
Popcorn,
check.
maybe? I don't
On here,
know.
let me see. Do it show the list of? Oh, you can even video call an inmate.
Hmm.
You can email an inmate. Wait a minute, which county
We should
jail?
video call. I'm like, really? Like, they didn't really
Yeah,
switch it up
that's what
and
it said
said you
up
can
here.
video call. We should video call.
Yeah, they said you can send money. Okay, you have to create an email address. Okay, so let me. Wait, did they delete it? Okay, no, they got it right here. Okay, let me go down.
I'm gonna
They
wait
want
till
people
the
to
brother.
contact the detention center. But I'm not doing all that. I'm sorry. I did post the information if you want to donate to his GoFundMe. I mean, not GoFundMe, if you want to put money on his books. But somebody else posted, this is how I know he's been speaking nothing but the truth about these DO demons. These DO demons trying to silence them, but God is greater. So I said it's witchcraft that man is in a wig is doing free him. I don't think it's witchcraft because, or unless he was under a spell to go to T.S. Madison home and post this stuff publicly. And I think that's what really got him. And then all those threats, you gotta understand, when the court see that, they take that stuff very serious.
Yeah. Like, stop making excuses for him and his bad behavior. That's what they're doing. Blaming it on the Lord did it, and blaming it on whoever else they want to
Yeah,
fantasize about. That makes no sense. Like, come on now. The
because
man
someone
is
else
in
said,
jail because
they
he
said
did
in the
something
chat,
wrong.
here they said under Gio was proposed. They said, I really hate this for him. He was only speaking his truth and looking out for us ladies. I pray that God be with him during this difficult time. They said, I don't have a problem with him talking about DL man or exposing DL or
At
saying this
all.
person might be DL. The issue that I have is you threaten someone bodily, you want to do bodily harm and you want to delete them. That's the problem here.
That's the problem I have.
Because he wasn't going to jail for exposing DL men.
Right.
He went to
Right.
jail because he violated a stay away order. He went to jail for that, for committing a crime. And so, but what people are trying to say, oh, he's in jail because they're trying to silence him. No, that wasn't the case. Even he couldn't even talk about the T.S. Madison starter home once that order was in place. That's the thing. Once you get a restraining order, you can't talk about the person. you can't mention the person. You can't, not even doing a third party. And what he did was he shared that video. Now, mind you, I do believe this is me talking. He didn't tell me this. D.O. Whisper did not tell me this. I never talked to the man, but I do believe he was sending Tasha K some information about that starter home, and then he
Hmm.
shared it because I guess he was excited, and that's how he got caught up. So again, he have nobody to blame but himself. They said, and they look
That's
at
all I'm saying.
someone said this in the chat. They said they look at what you're doing in your everyday regular life. Jail is utilized to reset people's mindset. It is. And another thing too in jail too, and hopefully y'all send him some books like Les Brown books, some encouraging books, but it have to be paperback. It got to be paperback books and stuff like that. So, but most important, them letters do help because it really keep your mind like, oh my gosh, like send us some letters, and everything. But I do believe he needs to come out singing a different tune. Now let's be real. Let's ask this question: do you think the DO Wish going to come out and have a change of heart, or do you think he's going to be coming out still windmilling going against T.S. Madison? Do you think he's going to be a changed man?
And that's what I was really thinking about. Like, he really needs to get some therapy in there because as unhinged as he got, something ain't right there, and he really needs to get some type of therapy, get to the root of the issue, find the root cause, and get help. That's what I think. And if he doesn't, he gonna come back out doing something dumb again. Like there, he don't for one, he don't follow directions very well. He was told not to go near Maddie, not to have any conversations with or about T.S. Madison, and he did it anyway. You don't follow directions well. You need to figure out why that is, you know?
I do
So,
see when they said he should not be in jail just for talking about T.S. Madison. This is ridiculous in my opinion. But if you have a restraining order, that's a serious thing. It
right,
wasn't just he was just talking about him and then he just talking about, oh, because you talked about it. T.S. Madison went to court. She proved that he did harass her and those threats, and he was in court. Now, according to the Whisper, he said in the recording, he said that the videos that they're showing was before the restraining order. But that all he have to bring all that up a trial. But what got him with T.S. Madison is because she was like, "Oh, I might want to change my mind." He got out there and misgender her in court. What if he talk about me and he and all that? I'm like, you should at least went to court and cried and begged for her forgiveness so you can go home with your family.
right. Yeah, heck yeah. Like, he handled that all wrong. And he proved that he's incapable of controlling himself. You know better. He knows better. You know that's going to aggravate the situation. If you don't know, then God help you. But come on now, like, you have to you got to display more self control than what he has exhibited, in my opinion.
I agree. I agree. And we thank for that. Are you gonna write him a letter in jail?
I was thinking about it. I was thinking about if maybe someone can appeal to him. If I were to write the DL Whisperer a letter in jail, what would I put in it? I think I would try to just, be like a big sister to help guide his decision making skills. You know? Like, come on, let's look at why it is that you made those choices. You got to be accountable, and you got to be accountable, for the decisions that you make. Uh-oh, that's my job. Hold on,
Okay.
y'all.
Okay. Let me put you on mute. Okay. I see it right here. They said court don't care about pronouns. You address people with their names they have on their ID. But I'm not talking about per se the court. I'm saying that if you're trying to get some sympathy from T.S. Madison, to not be brought up on charges, or to get the charges dropped by T.S. Madison, say, "Hey, I'm okay. I want to withdraw the restraining order." Why would you misgender T.S. Madison when you know you need her to go home, so she could plead to the court, and so they can get you out of there? I'm just saying, I think that would be the smart thing to do. They say it's all these people from the South that still for whatever reason getting familiar with the internet, social media. They said someone threatened your life and drive to your house. Someone said he should stay in jail. Wow, I do have the call-in number here. Call-in number 972-674-9462. I want to hear your thoughts. Should he get out of jail, or what is your thoughts on this entire situation? How do you feel on here? Really quickly, let me read a couple of more comments on here. About the deal whisperer. Give me a second. Let me see what else they said in here. Oh wait. Okay, I gotta do this real quick. Okay. Let me see. To talk about the deal whisperer, where are we at? Deal whisperer. Okay. But yeah, someone should call in. I want to hear y'all. I want to hear y'all thoughts. So this person said this. They said the crazy part. I saw many people warning him about his actions and how they would land him in jail, but he dismissed them and had some slick lip for them. It's unfortunate that he's being railroaded, but he was warned. I hope he gets by and learn from this. This man was waiting for something, anything to get him with. Leave the beef on the internet when you're dealing with the delusion. That is what they said there. They said, I was looking for this comment before I wrote it when he refused the wisdom. And the way he responded, I was like, okay. Someone else responded, I feel bad for him, but I also know he took it too far when riding past people's houses and making threats. Between him and Tasha K, folks going to learn that you cannot do and say what you want. There are consequences for any and all actions. I blame Tasha K. I do blame Tasha K partially. I'm not going to give Tasha K all the blame. And let me tell you why. Because Tasha K did not get in her car driving around what's the name house. Hello, you live on the Wiley Show. Hold on one second. I want them to hear you. Give me a second. I gotta do this so I can bring you on air so that actually can hear you. Give me 1 second. Okay, go ahead. Good morning.
Good morning. I would like to remain anonymous,
Okay.
but I think all parties should take accountability.
Mm-hmm.
That both content creators as well as the viewers. I understand that the viewers have given their input on whether who's right and who's wrong. However, with being content creators, I think that the content creator is usually backed and feels support and energetic from the standpoint of, okay, they're going with me, they're rocking with me. This is my mindset, and these are my supporters. Yes, has her supporters. DL has his supporters. Yes, you have the few who are telling them, okay, think it from another perspective. But when you're feeling that you have an alignment with someone else and they're agreeing with you, that's just what you're rocking with. Both parties are wrong, but if I were in TS shoes, yes, I would feel threatened from DL, but if I was CL, I would sit there and say, it was a public street, I didn't pull into your driveway, I asked you to come outside, I was energetic, you talked about me, I've talked about you, I'm just riled up at this moment in time, and I hate that he's in the situation that he's in.
Do you feel that he should get out, or do you feel like he should stay in there for a year? Because I'm trying to understand how long people think he should be in jail, or should he never get out?
No, I do think he should get out. He should have consequences for his actions. However, with that being said, once he's out, I think he should speak more upon what he would have done differently to let people know, okay, I was riled up and I thought I was in the right and I was big and I was bad. But now it seems as though he's in a situation where he's suffering. Like, okay, don't make the same mistake that I made. There was people trying to tell him, don't do what you did. You did it, but where are you going to go from? It's a consequence. You're there now. You're doing it. Reality is settling in, and it is what it is. Like, how are you going to move forward from this?
I believe so. I don't think he should be coming out doing the same rhetoric because
I agree.
When I went to jail, I had a change of heart. I came out as a new man. They said, "Oh, you got so mature." I said, "Jail will either mature you or make you more foolish."
Yes, and I was one of the supporters supporting you, Wiley, behind stage in the bushes, and I was trying to reach out to you, and you did what you did. And I would like for you to speak more on mental health, Wiley.
Okay.
I would like for you to. That's when you go through an experience, people learn from. It's like we're not in your situation. I don't know. I can only talk. Well, I don't understand why Wiley's doing this. I don't understand why DL's doing this. But if I witness and watch you go through it, give me some type of knowledge from the other side of it.
Absolutely. I agree. And that's the kind of encouraging words I would send to the DL Whisperer, like to get help, read, meditate, and get some mental health treatment, because obviously something was wrong. Why do you feel that you need to be so angry? Don't listen to counsel. Something is wrong, because he was getting women because everybody didn't tell the DL Whisperer, go to her house, do this, do this. Like, no, it was some people telling him, dude, don't do this. Don't go to hell. One of my producers of the show called in and said directly to the DL Whisperer, don't do this. And he said, I know the law. Obviously, he didn't know the law because he's still locked up. So he was
I agree.
warned.
That's why, yes, he definitely has to face the consequences behind his actions.
So what you think? He should get 6 months in jail, a year? If you have to give him some time, what you think the judge should give him? For him?
With the time that he's been in there now, I would at least give him 3 more months.
Okay. I think that's fair.
Yes, I think that would be fair also.
And do you think Tasha K should send money?
I think it's a whole nother topic for a different day. He should learn his lesson and how to deal with Tasha K. He see where she's at and what she's doing now. You live in your reality. A lesson learned.
A lesson learned. Thank you so much just for calling in.
Thank you, Wiley.
Bye-bye. Again, if you want to call in and give me your thoughts, the number is 972-674-9462, 972-674-9462, 972-674-9462. They said, someone said 3 more months is wild. They said, like the other boy that said he know the law and caught a restraining order. Yeah, I'm just saying. And even in his case, we ain't said no names over here. They kept rejecting his appeals. And this is concerned with the Armand Wiggins case. They kept rejecting the appeals. I'm just saying, you got to be careful. Somebody said, so they can threaten him, expose his address, but when he does it's a problem. Where's the proof that TS exposed the Whisperer address? There's no proof of that. They showed a video when I was watching some content creator. They showed the video of T.S. Madison with the credit report situation. T.S. never said nobody's name. I was watching Craig and T.S. talk about a credit report. They never said the DL Whisperer name. They never said his social security. They never said his social media. None of that. And this beef been going on for a very long time. But according to TS, with the videos and the evidence she proved, that this was going on since last year. And I didn't know it because I wasn't paying attention to it. Only time I got with the DL Whisperer is when he started talking about Armand Wiggins, and when Armand Wiggins made a response video. That's the thing I knew about the DL Whisperer. I'm like, oh, why is he coming at Armand? Like, Armand is not a DL man, but he was saying, I'm better than Armand Wiggins. I've been doing this shorter than him, and I'm getting all these clicks and views and all this. And then Armand responded. But I didn't know that he really had a big beef until maybe a month or two, maybe a month ago or 2 ago, right before he got arrested. I started hearing all this stuff, and then I did see the video when he ran around the house, and then TS responded. I seen somebody come out the door, but they ain't ring the doorbell. is that DoorDash or that's Uber Eats? I did see some shade she was throwing, but she did not share the DL Whisper name. She did not really respond to the DL Whisper. Burnt my dad is when she was responding that she have a right to file charges. We do have someone here in the comments here that posted on the DL Whisper. They said this is the same man who rode by another person's house screaming about how he's going to harm that said person in the future with said weapon in hand while recording oneself with making such a proclamation correct. That is what someone said under there strictly. So where's our black women attorneys at that can take a case for pro bono or something to help him out? He shouldn't be sitting in jail off of words because he told the truth about DL Man. It wasn't about DL Man. It wasn't about DL Man. It was about how he was worn around CS Miles home. She did not get a restraining order because he was talking about DL Man. I want to give y'all the correct information. Yeah, he came from Mount Wiggins. Yes, he did. He came from Mount Wiggins. They said rice your ear smell. They thought it was funny then. It was always funny when they threatened a black woman. They said needs to learn his lesson of his consequences. Cannot go threatening people on their property. Don't cry now. Wow. Don't cry now. That's what they said. Let me see if I can get one of my producers to call in. Give me a second here. I know a lot of people at work because we are calling. This is definitely early because people is definitely at work. So, people is definitely at work. But let me see. Let me see what this viewer called because this viewer actually warned him not to talk about T.S. Madison. So I'm just trying to see if she able to respond today and stuff like that because we are live. I need y'all to thumbs up. We need 68 likes. Hello. Oh, was you busy? Because I was gonna call you on the air so I can get your thoughts on the DL Whisperer. Yeah, I'm live. I'm gonna call you on the show. Okay. Okay, I'm about to call. I'm about to call one of the producers. Now, this producer I'm about to call. I call my subscriber's producer. She actually warned the DL Whisperer not to do this, and he didn't care and said he know the law. Let me see. Let me call.
Hey, Wiley.
Hey, good morning. Now listen, the DL Whisperer did release a statement. He's feeling his friend released a statement on his behalf, and he posted the information for the jail. Said he lost 20 pounds and he's in solitary confinement. Um, and all of this, but you were one of the ones that is supporter of him, but also you was warning him not to go to T.S. Madison home, like not to do this.
Right. I heard some of the jail calls that's been released on Twitter, and I mean, a lot of this. I mean, we all know. Well, I know it's all politics, and I know it's a bigger reason for what's going on. As far as that whole, I feel like he should be granted a bond. I don't know. I feel like he should be granted a bond, but I feel like it should be under like strict requirements. Maybe he should wear an ankle monitor. I know a lot of people think that people that supported the content or that have viewed his content. I know a lot of people think that people was promoted for him to go past T.S. Madison House. That was not nobody supported that. Nobody told him to do that. He actually did that on his own. He was going off on people for telling him that he was wrong. So in that aspect, like, yeah, he was definitely wrong for that. But what he's going through now, I do feel like it's kind of being like dragged just a little bit. But, you know, the law is the law. And if you don't have good representation then yeah, you will find yourself in a sticky situation. You should be mindful about certain things that you do because it can be altered. Narratives can be spun. If you tell a lie so many times and all it takes is one person to believe it, then whatever the truth was of how it originally happened and how it originally started doesn't even matter anymore. So that's how I feel about the whole situation.
Yes, and shout out to you, Quaven. While I see you back, I see you on the air. I do have somebody on the air, so you won't be able to hear the phone call. But again, you guys, this viewer, this producer warned him, and he said he know the law, and there was other viewers that said it
Yeah,
too.
he was. I told him. I said he was. I told him he was wrong for that. I told him. I said you better. I said that TS Madison got all those powers. I said, boy, you better be careful. You mess around and go to jail. He cussed me out, but I ain't take no offense to it, But he was saying that he know the law and you can stand in people's streets or stand in people's neighborhoods and do that. I remember he said that, but I knew, like as a logic mind, like folks that got some sense, I knew what he did was wrong. Like you took it you took it too far when you went past that woman's house. Now that I will admit that was too far, because now you're taking it off the internet. So yeah, I'm gonna listen to what the other person said that's on the stage.
Yeah, because what
StreamYard.
I had to make that crystal clear, because people was making it seem like y'all that everybody was encouraging his behavior. No, there was some women,
No.
women
It's
to
another lady. It's a lady that also promotes that does the same content as DL. She's a white woman. She also does the same content that talks about pretty much similar to what he does. I guess it's just, folks, the Wonder Bread side, I guess they ain't never really took it in the real streets. It's
no, they
more
not.
so
They and I don't even think that you would see that white woman doing no stuff like that. They do the content, but
yeah,
he got
no. I mean, she had her little back and forth, but everything literally stayed online. So I think that's where the difference come in at, because I noticed like a lot of people were saying the other content creator name, and I'm like, well, she kind of kept all her stuff on the internet. She never like actually went to this person's house and actually was like, I'm in front of your house, hello. So yeah, I mean, I did feel like he violated T.S. Madison when he drove in front of her house. I would say that, like, we all here for a good key, but don't take it too far.
I agree. Do you feel that Tasha K should offer some financial support to the DL Whisperer?
After hearing the jail call where DL Whisper said that Tasha didn't have nothing to do with it, no. I mean, all because somebody lent you a platform to talk about, and he wasn't even just talking about TS. He talked about his life and like everything in general. But all because somebody offered you their platform to tell your side, that don't mean like I'm indebted to you and now I got to help you because I gave you a platform to speak. I thought I was thinking the same thing as well, that was the reason why he got locked up. But he said on the recorded line that it wasn't because of Tasha K. It was because of him. He put up the appraisal, not Tasha K. He put up T.S. Madison appraisal about the house. And I remember that when he was putting up all her information about the house and how it's like, whatever. So that's how they were able to get him. But it wasn't because of Tasha K. That was a narrative that was produced by someone probably that don't like Tasha K. But DL Whisper said it wasn't because of Tasha. It was because he released T.S. Madison home appraisal online, which he did do that.
And it's now I agree with you. You said he should be released on ankle monitor. I do believe that. because he lost a lot of weight. I did post, I don't know if you were able to see it, but I did post on the community wall his information if you want to donate money to his books, write him a letter, and also pray for the brother because obviously he needs some mentorship. I think he just need to leave the whole. I think he could keep the DO Whisperer as a brand, but just being so against your own, like the trans community and saying you want to see them gone, I think he need to lay off that because that was dark energy, and that dark energy led him in jail. And if he get
Yeah,
out,
I do.
yeah,
I feel like he did take it. I feel like maybe he did become old, like just a little bit overly obsessed with the thing because, I mean, was he talking about T.S. Madison every day? No. But some of the stuff you did, it kind of went too far. I mean, he has a habit of just pulling up. That's why, like, a lot of people don't know his background. He has a habit of pulling up on people. He pulled up on Cherry the Boom like plenty of times. The only thing that's different is Cherry the Boom didn't call the police. Cherry the Boom didn't go the route that T.S. Madison. Because really, Cherry the Boom, she really can get on in the case with Morgan and T.S. if she really wanted to. But, you know, I respect Cherry because, I mean, she decided to handle it her own way with the situation. But I think that, you know, sometimes when you do stuff too many times and nobody really like, you know, you really don't reap the consequences of that, I feel like you'll continue doing it. Kind of like when a man beats a woman. Like every girlfriend you got where you beat on, they ain't never called the cops. But this one you didn't hit on, they calling the cops. And you going to jail. And they going to make sure they stick it to you. So everybody don't play. You know what I mean? So I just felt like he just met his match. That's what's going on right now.
I agree, and I thank you so much for. I'm calling you. I said, let me call her because I remember you got on the broadcast. And
I did not get the notification, but
I should have. I should have texted to you because I did text it to the people that signed up. I should have texted to you, but I was trying to rush and do this, like, get into the morning rush because like today is busy because we got the Tyrese, the Tank
yes.
situation come on.
And tonight. You know one thing I don't like about Tyrese? Tyrese, if you listening, I don't know if you be on the ganja or you just a naturally sad person. But every interview I done seen him do talking about the whole verses, he always looking sad and pitiful.
It's mental. It's somewhat. I want to be clear, and I'm going to say this: Tyrese battle.
It's so disgusting.
Tyrese battled from a mental illness, and he need to take his medicine and get into therapy. Yo, I remember. I remember at the Breakfast Club, he did an interview and he was just crying on the Breakfast Club. I say he's broken. His heart is broken. He's drained mentally. He lost his mother and all of this. I don't think he grieving enough, like he all the way complete with his grief. I do believe he needs some mental health treatment, and I do believe he needs a therapist to help him because he's always like sad. I'm more so look. I might even change my mind and say Tank might win because when I was listening to the songs on Spotify, Tank, some of his songs compared to Tyrese, vocally, he just do it for me. I'm like, what? I was washing the dishes last night, and I'm just listening to like Tyrese. I'm listening to Tank, and then was getting to the Tank songs. I'm like, I'm falling in love with this man.
Right. I mean, he makes a lot of good music, but I just feel like Tyrese, like, be happy, like. It's not, and I think he thinks it's a real competition. I'm like, versus is not a real competition. Like, we just make it a competition and make it exciting, but it's just a way.
It's just a celebration of music, honestly.
Exactly. Amen. I'm like, now, granted, if they would have did Tank versus Jamie Foxx, oh baby,
Jamie, yeah, that would have been like a battle.
Ooh,
and I wish it would have had. Or just like a 3-way with Tank, Tyrese, and Jamie. But Jamie do have some mega hits, and I hope that Tyrese don't be crying in the episode because like Tank is ready. I do believe I'm looking forward to seeing live vocals.
I mean, where's the sportsmanship? It's like be happy. Like, didn't you just get paid? I know y'all getting paid for that. Like, I don't know. Just don't be on that looking all sad in the face. I don't know if he just be smoking or what, but
yeah, he got to get it together. But I thank you so very much for coming on again. She warned the deal whisperer. I want to ask you, are you going to like write him in jail and try to support him, write him in jail?
And that's another thing. Y'all think all because somebody supports somebody, they supposed to be writing them and sending them stuff. Ain't no, I ain't. Everybody grown. They all make their own decisions. That don't mean I'm gonna be up there writing folks and sending money and stuff. No, ma'am. I'm big mama, but not big mama like that. No, I will not be doing that. I will send him a prayer and hope that everything works out for him. And and hopefully when he get out, he'll know how to pick his battles next time. That's all.
All right. Thank you so very much for calling in.
Thank you, Wiley. Have a good one.
All right, you too. All right. We have you back on, Queen Bee Moore. Okay. Are you ready to say something?
I'm always ready to say something. You can't tell I'm a talker child. What's there? I mean, I'm listening to what everyone, the callers were saying, and I do think, like, I don't want anybody to make any mistake. I do think that it's time for him to get out of jail. I think that he should probably get some house arrest or something. Um, that's for sure. But but again, I stick to he probably would have been out of jail had he not gone to court talking crazy.
That's true.
That's the only thing. I just wanted to clarify that really quickly.
Yeah. Again, he should have waited talking crazy. This is just quite sad. He's still locked up. I do believe he needs bail.
It's a lot of things. Like some people saying this, some people saying that. Like more and more information is coming out, but it's like, which one do we believe? Because like I respect what the young lady was saying about like she didn't feel like Tasha K was responsible, but I still feel like Tasha K put a battery in his back, and I think she should have known better than to allow him to repost anything. I think she should have advised him a little bit better than allowing him to repost that video of her, talking smack. And you can't be going out here assaulting people. I mean, threatening to assault people or, harassing people. You can't do that. It's just, you can't. It's against the law.
I agree. It's definitely against the law. And again, they want freedom. People say they feel bad for him, but he have to literally pay for his actions. They said I can provide the contact information for a few legal aids to rights attorneys and give me an email to send information to. Also, they're Illinois based, but may have referrals in Georgia. Another person, I don't understand how he can't get a bond, even a deletion charge carry a bond. This is crazy. They said a judge must be one of them. He's aware of. Free our guy. Someone said he's protecting women and they're punishing him, protecting us. How exactly? He will be fine. Y'all are so dramatic. But yeah, people have. It was like a mixed reaction in those comments there. As of right now, let me just double check to see as Madison make a statement because I want to see does she. Like I said, one thing I love about X, y'all know, is that Twitter. If they block you, you still can see their comments. You can still see their tweets. As of right now, she have not made no statements about that. No statements. Only thing that she did bring up, she said, "No wonder you're bloated and your hair is falling out. No one could outread this long T-word B and Trasha K Mark B. You wouldn't stand a day of Queen Court. You raggedy." Oh, she talking about TS. She talking about Tasha K. So again, I'm not can't read everything, but she have not make a statement at the deal which were made what he made. But I also will go to Tasha K and see did Tasha K actually make a statement too. As of right now, she have not make a statement at all when it came to the DL Whisperer asking for support. So again, you got to be careful what you do. Again, he had no one to blame but himself. Um, Hopefully, he learned from this. I don't think he should come out being foolish. I do feel bad. Honestly, I do feel bad for this man. Like he is still behind bars, and it's just, but he was warned, and the Bible said warning comes before destruction. So he did it, and now he have to do this time. Hopefully, the next court date he get a bond. But I did post this information because some people wanted it, and hopefully y'all would put money on his books because again, at least he can look forward to that, and he can eat that and get some type of weight on it because it's not your body can just go for so long without food and you can probably get sick behind bars too. So we don't want that because like the medical treatment is just not the same. But I will say the jail that I was in Vegas, it was an emergency in there, and they took him to the hospital. They had medical staff there. They took him to the hospital. But every jail is different. Every jail is different, and so. But T.S. Madison, I do believe she is celebrating because and also Dominique is celebrating. But he did go to Cherry the Boom host, but Cherry the Boom, she don't like the laws in her business. So she was like, oh, I'm not going to pay this on mine. But everybody's not like that. It's some people that will have that time, go to court, be that white woman, and all that type of stuff. And really quickly, I'm going to just switch gears here and talk about Lil' Kim for a second. Lil' Kim was brought out a Cardi B concert. And I want to post what I said, and I'm getting dragged. And then we will go into the poll really quickly because again, a lot of the barbs are currently dragging me right now. So I want y'all to go watch that short as well and leave a comment because it really helped us. But this is what I wrote not too long ago. This is what I posted not too long ago before this broadcast. And I want to bring, where are we at here? I think right here. There we go. Oh, wait a minute. I hear myself in the back. Okay, let me right here, the little screen share. Y'all said free on for real. They said Dominic ain't innocent either. Well, obviously they got it on him, the charge on him. Here we go. I think this is it. She performed so well. Very important. She performed better than Nicki Minaj. Her moves was better vocally than Nicki Minaj. Her outfit was better than Nicki Minaj. This was an incredible performance. The crowd went wild when Cardi B brought out Lil' Kim. This is an iconic moment for hip hop because Cardi have always looked out for the original Queen Bee, and she did an amazing job looking out for Lil' Kim. And she even dressed her. So I was like, it was an amazing concert. I can't wait to go to a Lil' Kim concert. I can't even wait to go to a Cardi B concert. This is what you call looking out for the queen. This is what you call paying homage to Lil' Kim. Nicki could never do that because she was always jealous of Lil' Kim. So shout out to Lil' Kim for looking so good at Cardi B concert. That was amazing. It was an amazing concert. Cardi B. So that is that. So wow. So thank you, Queen B More. Hopefully you send $3 million on this books.
Stop, please. You already know. I wish I would. I'm gonna pray for him.
Yes. Now, cause did you get items off the merch? What did you get? You had got a T-shirt or a mug?
Oh, hold up now. Right now. No. But I should have put on my Team Wiley hoodie. Wait a minute, baby. I should have put on my Team Wiley. It's a little warm today.
Team Wiley, yes. Because like, how long did it take them to deliver your item?
Not long. Maybe about a week or so. A little under a week, probably. It didn't take long. Now, and it feels so good too. Like,
thank you.
So
I'm glad. Like, I'm like, you got your team. Why I gotta put mine in the cleaners? But I'm glad that you got your team Wiley one. Somebody said, "Hey, Wiley Bonds in chat. Wiley, your body can go without food for a very long time. Our bodies can go without water for a long period of time." Okay, and he was already skinny. I don't know how much DL Whisperer weighed, but he looked skinny to me.
12 pounds is a lot for his skinny behind. I mean, like, I just know if I lost 12 pounds right now, that's like 2 dress sizes almost. You know what I mean? Like 12 pounds can be a lot when you're already thin. That's something to think about.
I
But
agree.
I don't know how long he's gonna starve himself. Like, how long can he keep that up? Maybe people are, maybe somebody's. Oh, but he's in the hole. He can't be. Nobody can sneak him anything. Cause do
Oh
people
wow!
share in
I want
jail?
to. I want to show y'all because everybody said the shirts look nice. So again, I want to put the link in here and I'm gonna do a screen share, show y'all what we have at the store there. And if y'all have any problem, they do have an email. Hopefully y'all can email. I wish they had like a customer service where you can call, but of course Queen Beemore got her stuff real early. It didn't take her no time to get it. Let me do a. This is a store. Let me do like a screen share right here. Screen share so y'all can see. Screen share. I think this is it right here. And the store here. Let me see. Can y'all see that? So we got the Team Wiley, the hoodies, Team Wiley shirts. Team Wiley. We will add more stuff to this, but just get the stuff that's on there now. The Team Wiley hoodies. We got the Team Wiley cups. A lot of Team Wiley. A lot of Team. Let's go to the second page and see what's on the second page. A lot of stuff on here. We got the amazing shirts, amazing hoodies. Um, we got I Shade Everyone. Shout out to Tasha because she got one of those. And I got Don't Mess on My Bag, mugs, out of order, like bag, and out of order, like cell phone case. So, iPhone case and a mug. Then also we got the Manic D shirt and the Wiley Show mugs, and so make sure you all get your items. Another call to action, you guys. We do have the wish list. Now, this is something that I really need in order to compete. And we've been doing the show with the little Grady webcam on the laptop. Okay, we not waiting, so we put it out there. But again, this is the equipment that we need. We need this microphone. We need this mini pro live stream switcher. We need this camera stand. We need the light. We need the headphones. So please help us out over here. And we continue to go live every day. Listen, let me just tell you how busy I was. Because first of all, when you have bipolar, so this is my schedule. I literally worked all day yesterday on the show. Took my medicine, and when I tell you, I slept like a newborn baby. Woke up, and hey, Mama says, "It look like you get on a better schedule." I say, "Yeah, because I got to do this energy. I got to help take care of you. I got to help take care of myself. So I got to be pumping out content." So I went to sleep, and I don't get me wrong. I even listened to music. I was listening to Tank. And then I was like, okay, I gotta go to sleep. And when I tell you I slept and I was like dreaming and stuff like that, like I was like, oh my gosh. I was like dreaming and everything. So I had got like a good night sleep. It was when I tell you it was real good. Had I got like a good night's sleep. But again, because I know today was gonna be busy too, and there's a lot of stuff that's been going on. And also we got another live schedule. I might even push that live up so while y'all at work, y'all can like be entertained because I know tonight is all about Tank and Tyrese. I wish I had like a Tyrese or a Tank shirt or whatever, but it's definitely amazing. And another thing y'all sleep on too with Tyrese. Tyrese actually, no, Tank actually did a Tubi movie that I was in, like that I wasn't in, but that I was watching. One day I'll be in a movie. They said yes, Cardi and Kim on the same stage at Madison Square Garden was so fitting and deserving. They said, love the hoodie. But yeah, make sure you get the hoodie, subs. Make sure you get the hoodie. And shout out to Rosie because she wrote me in jail. And I still have that letter. And shout out to ZB. She wrote me a birthday card in jail. So just shout out to those viewers, and I will never forget them over. Shout out to Natasha for sending me a book behind bars, and I appreciate that. But I came out singing a different tune. I came out different. I came out as a changed man. Okay, I didn't come out saying, "Let me ride past Queen Bee More house. Let me ride past T.S. Madison house." Like no,
Right, right. We
you
can
know.
only pray that homie get some sense while he's in there. Maybe all them days in the hole will help him be more
Hopefully, like
reflective.
come out as a changed man, especially if you like losing weight. They said, "Oh, I love you, Wiley. So glad you still have it." Yeah, they said, "I'm gonna call in one day for sure." But thank you. And also we will be doing the members only next month. Brandy book about to come out, so we want to have that. And also we just have a good old kiki for that. I don't know if I will be downloading and sharing the Zooms because people like to play people's Zooms and for
Yeah,
content. So please use your username. Don't use your government name in the Zoom for next month.
right.
Use Queen. We want to have her username. Use like your username that you use, or unless you feel comfortable, use your government name and stuff like that. And I think on Zoom, before you even get in the room, you can kind of like
Hmm.
edit your name.
Yep.
So, because we will have spies watching, but it will be good because we talking about the Brandy book. We're gonna talk about other stuff as well, other gossip and everything like that. We're gonna try to
I
have
can't
this.
wait.
It's whatever. I try to say 4 hours. Sometimes them Zooms be like 4 hours because I remember one time we did a July 4th Zoom a year before, a couple of years back, and it was long. They said, "Ooh, thank you, Wiley. I didn't enjoy my family, and enjoyed you." We did like almost a whole day of Zoom, so Zoom is very important. And
I
all,
love the Zoom. I had a
yeah,
good time on the Zoom with
yeah.
your
So it's
crazy self.
yeah, okay. We'll definitely be doing the Zooms and everything and stuff. So again, so the people that was also looking for the deal whisper, let me actually see what we have with the poll. So I asked you guys, should the deal whisper be let out of jail? 54% said no, 52% said yes, 48% said no. It's almost like a split decision.
Hmm.
Y'all are split.
Yeah,
I'm saying
yeah.
yes, she should be let out with an ankle monitor.
I think that poll results are indicative of how the general public feels that know about this. I think that's indicative of how people feel because you have it's like on one hand, right is right and wrong is wrong, but then there's the emotions behind it and the people who are on the DL Whisperer or Daquan. I have a hard time calling this child the DL Whisperer. Daquan, poor self. Um, you know, he's human and humans make mistakes. I just really want him for me. I want him to really do some self reflection. Hopefully, he'll get that time while he's in the hole, and make some changes. Jail is for rehabilitation, they say. So
Abs- ab-
rehabilitate yourself.
Absolutely. Again, we also have breaking news here. Diddy's son, Christian King Combs, is dealing with a scary situation this morning after his LA home was a scene of attempted burglary. So we definitely keep it here in our prayers. Um,
Which one
yeah.
was
So
that?
that was
Christian.
Diddy's son, Christian Combs, Christian King.
Okay.
So y'all
That
pray for him.
that's that's Kim's son, right?
I
I get them
believe
all
I get
confused.
it confused because like one of them is like not by Kim. They said so he
Right.
violated him. He needs to sit. Well, how long you want the man to sit? That's the case. How
If
long do
he
y'all want
if he
two?
violates again, then I think, yeah, give send him down for a year.
Okay,
Like if he does this again, he comes out of jail because the first time it was like, oh, I got a restraining order on me, and I don't think you took it very seriously. And now he sees we will lock your butt up. We will lock your butt all the way up and have you sitting
like
down for
like
an
that white
indefinite.
man on YouTube that said lock him up, lock him up,
Yeah. Yeah. And
lock him
unfortunately,
up.
like I said, I don't want to see any black person, man, woman, child, any black person locked behind bars because I'm not really a proponent for jail. I don't really think the purpose of jail is true. I don't think their true intent is always carried out, or maybe their true intent is carried out. What is their true intent? Did you know that the same people who own the jails own the record labels? The
Right?
same companies that own the jails own the record labels. What's that tell you? They
Yeah.
want us out here rapping about slinging drugs and beating women and being, promiscuous men or women for that matter,
Someone,
and
someone
it serves
posted.
their purpose.
Someone posted saying, "No prayers. The
Oh,
universe is cleaning." I think it's prayer matter, and also too, people can pray, but you have to want to change because God gives us choice. He's
hmm
not going to force something on you that you don't want to do. He's going to give you a choice, and you have to live with those consequences. And the deal whisperer, he couldn't survive this because I've survived what I went through, and I'm still rebuilding my life. And baby, it's been a journey. So hopefully, because he is coming out. The good thing about it, when he get out, he do still have a platform, and everybody is going to be watching and tuning in to what his response going to be.
so
He,
true. And and if he's smart, he'll piggyback off of that, do something for the greater good of the situation, and keep that rolling, keep that going, monetize off of that. I don't know if he's monetized or not yet, but monetize the situation. Somebody make a t-shirt. I don't know.
I think he needs some merch. Definitely need the merch.
Yeah, I would.
Definitely need the merch. Yeah. So it's just
Mm,
been a blessing. I thank you all for your support
yeah.
for tuning in. This was a good live because I woke up today and I saw that post. I said, I gotta come on here and we gotta discuss it. They say he was just on the verge of homelessness, according to Angela Stanton, but was claiming he had a bigger house than Maddie, so he needs to sit until he gets his head right. Content needs to pivot. Oh yeah, yeah. Because even Angela Stanton respond to T.S. Madison. Let me see. Do I have her response? Let me see if I can find her response because she did respond to T.S. Madison. If I could find it here, where is that at? Is this it? No, that's not it. It was like a couple of days ago. Oh,
Well,
I
while you
guess
look for that, y'all know that boy be lying. Come on, did y'all really believe he had a bigger house than Maddie's?
no. Like, who would
I'm like,
believe
boy,
that?
you lying. Go on with your lying self.
Who would believe? I believe she deleted it because I don't see it. Let me go to
Mm.
see if it's on Tasha K page. Let me actually type it in. I can't find it because it looks like she deleted it. And hold on, where we
Mm.
at? But I don't believe he have a bigger house than T.S. Madison. Who would
No,
believe
because
that?
wasn't he saying like, oh, I'm gonna lose my apartment
He
if
did
he
say that one.
being in jail? So how you got a bigger house than Maddie, but you live in an apartment?
Yeah,
How's that
he
work?
yeah, he definitely don't have no bigger apartment than
I
uh
think Maddie's house like 1.2. One of Maddie's houses, we should say, it's like $1.2 million or something. Like in Georgia, that's a mega mansion.
yes, I'm sure. Yeah, I can't find it, but yeah, she went in on T.S. Madison, and T.S. Madison do have a beautiful. She have two beautiful homes, by the way, and she worked hard and she invested her money, and she made. She said she made millions of dollars doing adult entertainment, and she pivoted her career and still getting paid for the adult entertainment, by the way, because that website she don't promote anymore, but it's still getting a lot of traffic. People still watching that. I don't watch it because I'm not into what she does on there. That's not my cup of tea, but she did make money, and so and she also have lawyers that and she not playing. Um, Hopefully, I can give y'all
Clearly,
instead he's out. Hopefully, we have that, but he definitely will be watched by TS Max because he have 1 year, and the year go by super fast. But before you know it, we'll be. But I don't want him violating and then have to serve prison time because they say he could serve a couple of years in prison for that. And just don't tell. He's possibly still could face prison too. It all depends upon the judge and his and see how what the prosecutor what kind of deal they're going to give him. So we will see when this go to trial. And we have any producers that watch the Wiley Show that actually lives in that area in Georgia and that will attend the trial, please do so and email me so we can have boots on the ground with this case. Queen B. Moore, what's your closing remarks on this?
Well, folks, I guess we're just gonna stay tuned and watch and see if this little young man gets himself together, if he gets a bond, if he knows how to act the next time he goes up for review. I'm gonna pray for him. I don't know if I'm really have time to send him a letter, but if in my spare time I feel so inclined, I might send the young man a letter and try to appeal to him to let this thing go. Let it go.
Let it go, let it go. Yes, let it go.
And don't
Definitely.
listen to Tasha K no more.
That's the last person ever on earth that you should be listening to, because she don't care nothing about but herself, building her platform, getting her clicks and views. Okay,
Yeah, I
thank
agree.
you. All right,
All right.
thank you so very much, little black boy. You
Yes.
beautiful. I do. I got an announcement, so make sure y'all go to the wish list, and everybody, please go to the wish list. Hit the link and please get those items. If you can get all those items at once, thank you. If you only can do it one at a time, thank you. We do have a Cash App as well, Wiley Show 190. We also have Apple Pay as well. If you want to contribute to the Apple Pay, I will put the number on the screen here. You can text me directly, 773-641-8742. Also, if you want to be notified when I go live, you can be notified by that number as well. Just text that number as well, 773-641-8742. And I thank you. And we will see you all in the next broadcast, because we got another broadcast scheduled. And so if you want to be notified when I go live, I will send you the link at 773-641-8742. Thank you all so very much, and I will see you all later. Little black boy, you beautiful. Little black girl, you are enough. When times get hard, always remember to put God first. Peace.